All right, welcome to Unlock Mental Performance, Physical Results. I'm Coach Eric, and we're getting back into slump busting. Why? Because nobody likes being in a slump, so we got to find ways to get out of it. Now, last episode we talked a lot about that, and we got into some of the best tools available to you that can help get you through it quickly. Today, let's do a little bit deeper dive on some really critical mental strength tools that can help you not only in slump busting, but in general. So, reframing, anchoring, and reset. We're talking about language that performs. Pressure. It doesn't beat you. Think about this for a moment. Pressure doesn't beat you. Your response does. So we're going to unlock your tools of reframing and anchoring so that pressure doesn't win. So reframing, what is that? Well, reframing is extremely powerful. It's often misunderstood as just looking at the bright side, just taking the silver lining that everything has a positive. Look, it's not all lovey-dovey. It's stress management. It's pressure management. And so reframing gets kind of a bad rap as being soft when reframing is actually very, very powerful. So you got to learn how to flip the story. You got to learn how to write your own version of what happened, not lying, not stretching the truth, not changing it for your own benefit. No, we're talking about a productive flip of the script, right? You're not choking when you make a mistake. You're not choking when you fail under pressure. You're not choking when you strike out, miss a shot, stumble out of the blocks, have too big a splash, throw an incomplete pass, throw an interception, throw a pick six. Woo! You're not choking. You're learning under pressure. You're fighting under pressure. You're building your ability to be successful the next time that pressure happens to you. Well, but I still choked. You only choked if you don't get better from it. You only choked if it's the last time you will ever be in that situation and you failed. If that's not the case, that situation was practice for next time. And remember that when it's time to get better. So, how do you do that? It sounds easy, right? Except that when that moment happened, it was the worst thing that ever happened. It was the end of the world. Coach Eric, don't you understand? I'm terrible. No, you're not terrible. It's not the worst thing that ever happened. It's not the end of the world. Use an action-oriented phrase. Next pitch. Next pitch, I'm going to compete. I've got this guy. Hey, strong bottom hand. Listen for the cues in your daily routine, in your training, the words that mean something to you and how you're going to perform. Work on you because it isn't about the result you just had. It's about the results you're going to have. So get your keywords and use those in your reframing. All right, so you threw an incomplete pass. Let's not talk about the fact that you missed off the back shoulder. Let's talk about the fact that you're going to lead your receiver next time. Not you have to lead your receiver next time. Not you should have led your receiver last time. Blah, blah, I'm stumbling here. You are going to lead your receiver next time. I am going to find the hole in coverage, and I'm going to put the ball there. Hey, you know what? I keep saying lead your receiver, and I got a quarterback somewhere out there going, that shows what he knows. Sometimes you got to throw back shoulder. You're darn right you do. And sometimes you got to throw at their shoestrings, and sometimes you got to put it up over their head where only they can get it, because that's what it means to be a quarterback. And so you've got to have that mindset. You've got to be able to defend yourself, and you need to frame it with an actionable item, not by beating yourself down. So That's where anchoring is a great tool to build off of what we're talking about with reframing, because it's talking about cues. Now, usually when we talk about it, especially early on with anchoring, we talk about verbal cues because those are really easy to understand. And I can help you with them. Your mom and dad can help you with them. Your coach can help them with it. The teammate can help you with them. They can be put on a sign that's held up. It's great to have a verbal cue that helps get you in there. So we're going to go back to baseball here, right? Talking about a batter, smooth and long, right? Short two, long through. Lots of great ways to work on that. You hear coaches yell out, especially at the little league level or Cal Ripken or any of the other age styles you want to play, USSSA, baseball ready. And all the guys take 2 steps and hop into position, right? Almost always doing that way too early. When you get to higher levels, you're going to find out that you want to time that up so that it's when the ball is getting to the bat that you land in that ready position. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting on your heels again before the ball ever gets thrown. But that's not the point. The point is it's an anchoring item, and it helps get the player to do the things they need to do to get ready. And that's why the coach says that. And then as they get older, as they get better, as they develop their skills, the timing will get better on that and their ability will get better on that, all from an anchor, verbal anchor that the coach is using. Batters do it all the time. You see the batter who scribbles in the dirt. I can't tell you how many parents I've seen play. Oh, he just thinks he's special. He's got to scribble in the dirt. No, 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 no. He's getting himself ready. He's tapping the plate to get himself ready. He's doing his fingers out to get loose and get ready. He has anchored himself that action helps him get ready to hit or her to hit. Hey, softball the same way, golf same way. You're going to have these things you like to do that anchor you in that moment. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a goalie clap their hands. Why? They're getting set up and ready. They're going to be prepped for the first time that ball comes to them. Because, hey, if you've ever been a soccer goalie, you might have a long, long stretch of time where you don't touch the ball. And then when you finally do touch the ball, you're actually running out there and getting it with your feet and you're dribbling and you're kicking it back out. You're passing it to a teammate. You might not use your hands but a couple of times a game, but they've got to be ready, right? Hockey goalie, same thing. You see them tap their sticks on the posts. You see them hitting their pillows on their legs. Yes, I called them pillows. I know they're not just pillows. But they're trying to get themselves ready. They're trying to get psyched up. How many times have you seen a pitcher take his hat off, rub his forehead, put his hat back on, get the ball in his glove, and he does that over and over and over again. You're thinking, man, what is wrong with this guy? Well, he's anchoring himself. Basketball players have one of the best anchoring techniques I've ever seen. Free throws. They go up to the line. They do their routine. Dribble, dribble, spin, dribble, dribble, set. They've anchored themselves in that moment. And they can build from that moment where they're anchored to get forward. And what does that have to do with slumps? Well, when you're feeling bad, when you don't have the confidence, you tend to not do the things that are visible to other people. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's say we're going back to foul shots. We'll use that example. That wasn't what I was planning to use, but I'm really feeling foul shots here. All right, so you're a guy who's got a little bit of a long anchor. It's dribble, dribble, spin, dribble, dribble, spin, sit in, breath in and out, take a shot. But you're feeling the pressure. You missed your last 3 foul shots. In the last 30 seconds of the game, you're down by 1. You feel like you're never going to hit another foul shot. And you're sitting there. And you're just like, okay, boom, boom, go. You didn't anchor yourself and you bricked it. Now, what you need to do in that moment is go back to what has made you successful. There are a lot of guys for foul shots who never shoot dribbling at all is the way to go. Get the ball, get set, and go. Because that's what works for them. And what would be wrong for them to do would be then dribble, dribble, spin, dribble, dribble, set. Because that's not them. That's not who they are. But if that's who you are, you can't let the last 3 misses Change that in the middle of a game. In the middle of a game, you need to take the time to breathe in, get in all that good energy, breathe out, expel all that bad. Get that ball. Dribble, dribble, spin, spin, dribble, dribble. Get, set, let's go. Why? Because that's what you do when you're successful. And you're going to be successful right now. So that's what you need to do. Don't worry about everybody else looking at you going, oh, he takes forever to take a foul shot. He never makes it. None of that matters. Because it's about getting you ready to be you. And that's how you do it. So anchoring, both verbal and physical, is huge. And what ends up happening with it is it gives you the opportunity to reset yourself into a successful mode. You get into game mode and you do it the same way and you're consistent with it. Yeah, you can build on it. Yeah, you can improve it. Over time, it's going to look different. But in the game, in the moment, you've got to go back to what is reliable for you. You've got to go back to what you have established as your... I didn't mute my phone. You got to go back and establish what is good for you to bring you to success. And when you are successful, you can then build from there. So those anchors, they're not permanent, but in your pressure moments, you need to go back to the ones that are successful. You need to go back to what got you there, right? So when you're doing this, you need to commit to actions that are easy and repeatable. You need to commit to terms and phrases that are short, preferably rhythmic, something that kind of gets you grooving, right? And they've got to be positive and productive, right? I finish strong. Feel the grip. Short two, long through. Things that work for you, right? Find the hole, find the hole, find the hole. When you keep it short, when you keep it simple, when you keep it rhythmic, when you make it something that's easy to repeat, it's going to help you on a much more timely manner than having to work through something long and complicated. And here's the best part. When it's short and sweet, other people can help you with it too. Hey, mom, dad, coaches, teammates, everybody out there. When you know there's a code word that really helps a player, let's use that. When you see a player anchoring themselves, when you see a player reframing, don't mess that up. Don't put them down. Don't go back to the negatives. Jump on the positives. Because when you're on the bandwagon for the rebound, you're still there for the success. So don't dig the hole for them. Help them out. I'm Coach Eric. This has been another slump busting episode of Unlocked Mental Performance, Physical Results. Check in for the next one when we learn about the Big Buster.
To the plate, feeling the weight. The crowd's cheering loud, but it's up to fate. Struck out too many times, doubts creeping in, but he knows in his heart it's time to begin. He remembers the lessons, the words that they say. Keep your head up high, don't let fear lead the way. Act, take a swing, let the bats over talk. Chest high, walk the walk. Breathe in deep, let the pressure unlock. You are focused, ready to rock. Commit to the moment, let the past fade away. Get back in the game, you're ready to play. Sun shining bright, he's feeling the heat. With every deep breath, he's back on his feet. Visualizing success, he's got a new plan. With the tools from Play Big, he's a brand new man. He knows it's a journey, not just a quick fix. With patience and practice, he'll find his own mix. Act, Take a swing, let the back of the talk. Chest high, walk the walk. Breathe in deep, let the pressure unlock. You are focused, ready to rock. Commit to the moment, let the past fade away. Get back in the game, ready to play. Every setback's a lesson, every strike's a chance to rise up stronger, to take a new stance. With the crowd on his side, he's ready to show. With the ABCs in his heart, he's ready to go. Take a swing, let the back of the talk. Chest high, walk the walk. Breathe in deep, let the pressure unlock. You are focused, ready to rock. Commit to the moment, let the past fade away. Get back in the game, you're ready to play. So here's to the slumps, the struggles we face. With courage and commitment, we'll find our own place. Every new inning is a chance to rise. Chase the champion spirit to the skies. Every new inning is a chance to rise. Here's to the slumps. Here's to the struggle.